1000 gamer score, a good game, and it takes around 4 hours to complete. What isn't there to like about The Last Campfire? The Last Campfire is a great game to actually start going for your 1000 gamers score. Not only is it relatively easy, it doesn't have any online trophies, and the guide is very, very simple. Basically, you just need to complete the game and solve all the puzzles. Nothing too hard about it, nothing completely easy. It's not a complete give me of 1000 gamer score, and if you're looking to start your journey, trying to get all the achievements in games, this is a great start. The game kicks off as you leave your boat and you're thrown into a very simple little puzzle where you have to move some pieces around the board to open up the door ahead. As you pass through the door, you are greeted with your first achievement, a very, very easy one, just the ones that get you started in the game and making you feel that you're committed to actually finishing the game. After we pick up that achievement, we move on and we've come to what the main purpose of the game is: finding the forlorn and solving the puzzles. While this first puzzle isn't particularly difficult, it does set the tempo for the rest of the game and gives a good understanding of what you actually have to do in the game. After you actually complete this, you get another achievement. After this, we actually go and find our first campfire. These campfires are actually great to actually discover how many of the forlorn you have to collect, because you need to collect all of them to get all the achievements in the game. And because it's the first campfire, guess what we get? After you do this, the whole level opens up and you can go out and explore and find out more of the forlorn and do their puzzles. Very, very easy sort of puzzles out there, but there is one puzzle which is multi-step where you're going to have to do like 3 or 4 things in order to get that forlorn. It's not rocket science, it's very, very simple and you can work it out yourself. If not, there's guides out there, and it all starts with a stupid bird. That being said, that quest is actually a lot of fun and it actually gets you thinking on what you need to do. Perfect sort of little puzzle stroke quest. All in all, going around getting all the different forlorn, we actually picked up 4 achievements. So after picking up all the forlorn, we went back to the campfire and we lit it and we got another achievement. So before moving on, you should actually look at the campfire, and above the campfire it actually tells you how many forlorn are in the area, and there is no point moving on until you've got every single one, because you need every single one to get all the achievements. As we had them, we moved on to the next area. We move on and we actually meet a new character called the Forest King. I don't want to give too many spoilers away for this because I think everybody should play this game, especially when it's on sale. And yeah, he seems to be a bit of a puppet master, but yeah, you speak with him for a little bit and then you venture on to the marsh. To get there, you actually need to go through the fog. Arguably for me, this is one of the more tricky sort of puzzles of the game. When you work out what you have to do, it is relatively simple, but it is a bit mind-boggling to get your head around initially. Basically, you have to line up a little puzzle piece to go to the different sections of the map. It looks easy when you actually see it and you get explained to it, but at the time it can cause a bit of confusion. Also during the fog, we actually pick up a little tool that allows us to move objects about. Yes, it is for puzzles later on. We escape the fog and we arrive in the marsh's main area, and what do we meet? A giant pig, and we feed him the biggest load of nonsense and we get an achievement for it. After getting this achievement, you can go out and find all the other forlorn and do the rest of the puzzles. This is the second area of the game and there's only 3 areas. For me, this actually felt the longest area. It probably didn't help that I was stuck on a puzzle for about 10-15 minutes because it wasn't actually working. It was sort of glitched where I was solving the puzzle, but the last bit wasn't going up in the air so I could go and collect the forlorn there. But all in all, it's not really hard. It's just a lot of things are spaced out. You have to go from one side of the map to the other side of the map to do bits and bobs and go backwards and forwards. It's not really too difficult. Some of the puzzles are getting a bit more challenging, but overall it's still not, oh my god, difficult. And in saying all that, we got 3 more achievements for collecting all the forlorn. After picking up those achievements, we also picked up the last one for the area, which was for lighting the campfire. And before we left the area, we made sure that we had all the forlorn by checking at the top of the campfire. After getting this achievement, we go back to the Forest King and he gives us a key to get to my favourite map of the game, which is the caves. I really enjoyed this section of the game and I actually thought they were going to be expanding this out. I didn't realise it was going to be the last section because it dropped some interesting things in it. So basically it's the same sort of principle. We have to go and find the Forlorn and do the puzzles, free them, and then complete the game. So to actually access the caves, we actually have to go and open up that pig's mouth and get water coming out from that to flood the area so we can take our boat into the caves. To do that, we have to do a puzzle, and it is a pipe puzzle where you have to line up all the pieces of the pipe so all the air and water can just go there and push itself out. There's a reason why we do that. Nice easy one to start off with, because one of the later puzzles is a complete nightmare and you have to think 4 or 5 moves ahead. So after flooding the whole section, we can actually use a boat to get to the main cave section, and it is just like the other 2 songs that we were in. You go around rescuing your Forlorn, and yeah, that's basically it. There is a slight difference this time because you have to use the skills that you've learned before, along with there's now light puzzles on top of that. So you need to manipulate the light or just move them around, find lenses and things like that. Nothing too hard. I've been deliberately vague when I've been going through this because I don't actually want to spoil the game and how to do the puzzles, because that's the main purpose of the game. If you do want to see how to do the puzzles and the full playthrough, I've actually got it linked down below. I've put a full playthrough of the game from start to finish on a different YouTube channel with no commentary, so you can go check that out. So going for these last Forlorn, we actually picked up 5 more achievements. 4 for either picking up a Forlorn or part of the quest to get the last Forlorn, and the last one was for picking up every single Forlorn in the game. So with that, we saved all the Forlorn and there wasn't actually much more to do. We needed to go light the last campfire, and then do the last 2 bits of the story mission. And that is it, the full 1000 gamer score for The Last Campfire. I thoroughly recommend this game. I was a bit vague with the story stuff because I think everybody should play this game. Wait for this game when it's on Game Pass or it's down in price in a deep sale. It is well worth picking up and you shouldn't feel guilty about going for the full 1000 gamer score. Let me know what you think about the game and what games should I try and get the full gamer score in. Thanks for watching.